Welcome to my shed. It's too hot outside to stand in the sun and do a review, and my little shed is full of crap, so we're stuck here in my car shed with all my tools and shit everywhere. But that's all I can do at the moment. Videos have been a bit thin on the ground lately, purely because of time. Life's been pretty hectic in the last few weeks. We're just into February now, and yeah, January was just not a good month. Time is my biggest enemy. Work wise, I work almost every weekend, so trying to organise going to see mates and do some of these car shoots I've been planning, it's quite difficult. I do have a couple of amazing cars lined up. I've actually got lots of them, but just getting the time to go and do it is just so difficult. But I'll do my best. And the hunting side of things, once again, time. I've bit the bullet, so to speak, and taken another bit of time off next week. So weather pending, I'm heading into the bush for a couple of nights with me and a couple of mates probably. So I'm going to put a real solid effort into trying to get a deer and land a trout, because there's both where I'm going. And yeah, well, see what I can do. But today, because I just haven't posted a video for a month, I just thought I'd just give you a quick run over on one of my new toys. What can I say? It's black and shiny. That's how I like things. The gun itself is a Howa mini action in 223, just standard barrel. It's in a XL lite chassis, which is what I like. I like that look of gun. I like chassis rifles. They're just we're not allowed cool stuff anymore like AR-15s. Well, you can get a 22 variants, but meh. But I just bought a Ruger Precision 22. Got some mixed emotions on that. I'll do a review on that one day. And something I've been wanting to get into for some time is semi-long range varmint / pest control. You know, magpies, hares, rabbits, things like that. And I want to shoot out to around 400 or 500. To some people that's not long range, and fantastic, you're better than me. I'm just a beginner, and that's what I want to do. So 223 is the caliber I like. It's a good caliber. It's cost effective if you're that way inclined. I've got a mate of mine that reloads them, so the cost isn't an issue. I just got to find the right projectile and right combo to get this thing to sing properly. At the moment, it's terrible, and it's through no fault of the gun. We've got a bit of an ammo shortage at the moment, so I went into the shop the other day, and all they had was 55 grain ammunition, and like a chump I bought 100 of them and went out to the range, and the gun hates it. 3-inch group's the best you can do out of it. That's not the gun, it's the ammo. It's got a 1 in 9 twist, so I should have been favouring heavier projectiles, but there's nothing there. I guess a lot of you shooters have found that things are pretty thin on the ground, and that's all I could get. I hoped it was going to work. Swing and a miss. Right, but again, I'll get back into it. The basics, it's obviously got a hush power suppressor on it. I shortened the barrel 3 inches just to sync it up, so it was a lot shorter. Thread on it is half a 28, so I've got, you know, muzzle brakes and things like that I can put on there if I want to. I'm a massive fan of shooting suppressed. Not only does it save your ears, but it just keeps it quieter, especially if you're hunting and shooting. You know, the shockwave and is less, so it doesn't scare things away. On the scope, I splashed out and bought myself a nice shiny Diamondback Tactical 6-24 by 50. Real nice scope, really impressed with it. First focal plane, really enjoy that scope. to the gun itself, chassis, yeah, not that impressed, to be honest. Yeah, I should have spaced out a bit more, spent a bit more money, and got something like the lines of a Oryx chassis or an HCT, MDT or something like that, but I didn't. Buy once, cry once, and yeah, just nothing I can do about it now. It's a nice looking gun, and if you weren't running a bipod on it, it'd be absolutely fine. But I've got a bipod on the front, and the chassis flexes so much. You can see that just on the bipod, the barrel rubs up against the side of the chassis. I'm going to try and alleviate that by moving the bipod back as far as I can, but then you lose stability, so it's a no-win answer, but I'll try and make the best of the lesser of two evils. It's clear, obviously. 10 round single stack mag, and the release is buried into the chassis, which is really good, so you can't just walk up into a log and bump it and it won't fall out while you're walking around the bush, which does happen. The bolt, yeah, nothing to rave about. 2-lug bolt, so there's always a bit of flex and play in it. It does what it needs to do, but it's okay. It seems to bind up a little bit. Could just because it's brand spanking new. It's only had 15 rounds through it. I gave up because it couldn't hit the side of a barn. And it's got a adjustable stock on it. Only length of pull, not comb, no comb height or anything. On a buffer tube. Not bad for length of pull adjustment, but it's quite a bit of flex in it. But that's reflected in the price. There's a reason it's cheap. What have we got? So I've got my notes over there to read off. The one of the good things about it, if I was to build it as a bush pig, it'd be an absolute great bush pig, because minus the scope, it only weighs 2.5 kilos in its bare form. So if you wanted it for a bush pig, like if you could get it in 300 blackout or 7.62 by 39, which is quite a good little bush caliber, whack that barrel down and not running a sling or a bipod on it, it would be awesome. It is so light. Yeah, you can bring that down, you could have it, literally. You can cut this down to legal length quite sufficiently and quite easily, even putting it with a suppressor on it. Yeah, it's not a bad gun. The chassis lets it down. I'm going to do a little bit of research into reinforcing this to see if I can get the flex out of it, because I do want the bipod as far forward as you can. But yeah, it's not really working. This is, yeah, obviously just a quick video and a quick rundown of why I haven't been doing anything cool lately. It's just time. Would I buy one again? Not for what I intended to use it for. Not at all. Yeah, as a bush gun, absolutely any day of the week, but not for setting a bipod up on it. I definitely will try and fix it. But yeah, that's my review of how many action in an excl chassis.